Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and see if we can start the engine up. We're gonna go ahead and we won't put everything back together. Nothing. We'll kind of just leave it right now as it is. That way we wanna confirm, we wanna get it running before we put all the stuff back together. So what you want to start to do first thing is put batteries and put them to charge, because the starter is gonna be working overtime and double overtime. And then the next thing you need to do is we're gonna need to get fuel pressure. Either put the key on and you can hear it, but if you can't hear it, then just crack one of these lines open. As you can see here, this line was cracked open and we put the key on, and now we got a good shower. The motor's nice and showered in the front, so that means we got fuel pressure. The next thing we need to do is check for oil pressure. So what you do is you don't want to turn on the motor or anything. You just disconnect here, this piece right here. This is for the starter, and then you just touch it right here on the positive and then crank it. And then if you have everything connected, you can crank it. And then if you have a new filter, or not a new filter, but new filter or old filter, but you can open here and then crank it, and then the oil's gonna, you'll see oil squirting inside of there. So that's a good way to see. But since we don't have the turbo, you can just the oil's gonna come out through here. So let's try it a little bit. Okay, so as you can see there, we got oil coming out, so that's good. That means we got low oil pressure. So that means we got fuel, we got oil pressure. So now we can start cranking it up to see if we can build pressure and see if we can turn it on. The only problem is, since we put 330 150 injectors, which they're a little bit on the big side, and since I wasn't able to get the tune because I was having problems with the communication electronics, and I figured it out. What ended up happening is all these three plugs were like just touching it. They weren't actually hooked up, so that's why I was getting an error code, like a 12301 error code for the. But the problem was actually that this thing wasn't connected. The computer. This is the computer. So now that we got all that figured out, we're gonna see if we can try to turn it on. Without the tunes, it's kind of difficult to turn it on because the computer doesn't like the injectors. It's kind of hard communication, but we'll go ahead and turn it on here, and then once we get closer, we'll show you guys another clip with another update. See what we can find out. Now that we got it fueling, the only problem is it doesn't really want to turn on because it doesn't have the tune. So we need to get the tune. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for that to come back, and we're gonna go ahead and start putting the turbo. So this, you want to come here and take a look at the turbo. This is the turbo we're gonna be using. You gotta blow some air in there, make sure she's clean. Okay, she's been staying around a lot, so you guys know how that works. So this is an S472. I think it's 72 compressor, and then the rear here, the extruder. I'm not sure what this is called, but it's I think this is the 83. So this is the smaller. So it's a little bit small on this side. The AR housing. So I think it's the 80s, and then it's a 0.9 AR with 83 wheel. So this is what we're gonna be using, and then we're gonna have this custom 4-inch downpipe, which if you guys have ever installed 6.0 downpipes, they don't make them bigger than 3.5. So this one is a custom job right here, custom weld job here. We're gonna make that fit with this air housing, which this air housing, I think it's like a Marmon, but we're gonna just make it work with a V-band style right here. And then these are the outputs we're gonna be using right here. Take a look right there. It's a River City diesel. These are the out pipes for the S400 we're gonna be using, and so we're gonna go ahead and take this and install it over there, and then see how it looks show you once it's all installed. I'm gonna do right here. Okay, we went ahead and installed this one because it was a little bit smaller over here, but it's still too small because it's a Marmon flange, which was usually like for Dodges. And if you can see here, the clamp is maxed out all the way, and it's still loose. So what we're gonna do here is just make a little something out of it. So what we're gonna use is maybe this Mountain Dew is gonna get us ahead. So we're gonna chop it and see if we can put in some fillers so it has a little bit more clampy load. So we'll go ahead and do that and see how it works. So as you can see, we got it all buttoned up. The front bumper, the ranch hand, we're gonna leave out because that's pretty heavy. So once we get it running, we'll get it all sorted out. But we got all the front and the grill and everything all sorted out. And we'll go ahead and see. This is the other thing we're gonna go ahead and install. This it's pretty nice, sweet little setup here. This is the pipe that comes off of the turbo. It's a V-band, which is pretty nice, so it's probably not gonna blow out on us. Then it's got a little rivet right here for those of you that like rivets. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and use one of these thick boots we got from Bless Performance. And over here we got a nice little lightweight. We'll do a little unboxing action right here. Okay, this is gonna be the cold side. This one is the hot side, and then this is the cold side, which is after the intercooler. As you can see there, if you want to get one like this, it's Bless Performance. And cool part about this thing is it has 3 nipples, so if you like that, you can put whatever you want in there. I'm gonna probably just put plugs in there. You can put like the boost gauge or nitrous or something. So that's pretty nice sweet setup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and install this and call it a day, because we haven't gotten our tunes yet. So once we get our tunes, we'll be able to turn it on. So sadly, we're not gonna be able to turn it on in this video. And then so we're gonna have to sit down a little bit and rest and think about it. And then, but for now, hope you guys enjoyed, and then see you guys on the next one.